Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Emily and today I have for you a nice slow yoga flow. So I do recommend having some props with you today, maybe some blocks, perhaps a strap and maybe a nice little bolster pillow. If we don't have a bolster, don't worry, we can always just grab hold of some other pillows or maybe roll up a nice big blanket instead. And we'll get started. Come down to join me on your mats and we'll begin in a child's pose. And we can grab hold of our bolster here or our equivalent to our bolster. And maybe bringing it into the knees a little bit, and then we can just fold ourselves over the bolster. Maybe the forehead comes to rest on the pillow. And we'll just rest here for a few breaths in a supported child's pose. You can close the eyes here if that feels nice. Tune into your breath. Nice slow, deep breaths. One more breath here. On your next inhale, we can just gently walk the hands back in so we come back to sit up on the heels. We can just pop our little pillow to the side for one moment and bring yourself to sit with the legs round in front. We'll grab hold of our pillow and just placing it behind the sit bones, our tailbone. And we'll bend both of the knees, draw the soles of the feet together here. So we come into a bound angle. And we can just help ourselves casually come down to lying on our pillow, on your back. And just getting yourself nice and comfy here so that we can rest here for a few breaths. And we can rest the hands maybe on the inner thighs. We can maybe rest one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart space. Or maybe just simply the arms down by the sides, palms face up, fingers come to their natural curl. And just resting here. We can close the eyes again if that feels nice. Tuning into your breath each time the mind wanders and gets chatty. Come back to your breath. We're not thinking about our day or the stresses of life. We're simply here now in our supine bound angle, resting. Slow, deep belly breath. One more breath here. Then on your next inhale, we can gently open the eyes. Use the hands to guide the knees back together. We can then just use the hands to find our way back up to sitting for just a moment. And we'll bring ourselves towards a wall. Again, we'll grab hold of our bolster or rolled up blanket, whatever that we have today. And we will bring our lower back to rest on top of our pillow. or whatever it is that we are using today. Coming down to lie on your backs, and we can lengthen the legs up the wall. And we don't have to have the tailbone straight against the wall here. We can maybe just have the legs at an angle, and again we can rest the arms down by the sides and just relaxing here again. If you want to bring your legs a little closer, we can always shimmy that pillow or blankets closer to the wall so that we bring the tailbone against the wall. And again, just extending those legs up. A nice little pillow just supports our lower back here. And resting, connecting with your breath. We can close the eyes again here if that feels nice. If we don't have a wall around us today, we can just have the legs up in the air, still with our pillow underneath. You know, the legs can just be up in the sky. We can have a bend in those knees. Just finding a comfortable resting position for you. Each time your mind wanders, coming back to your breath. One more breath here. On your next inhale, we can gently blink the eyes open. Bring both the knees into your chest, and then gently with control, just rolling over onto one side and just finding your way back onto your mat. We can just pop our pillow or blankets to the side for one moment, coming back to sit with the legs round in front. And again, we can grab hold of our bolster or blankets or pillows, whatever we have today, just placing on top of the thighs. And as we exhale, just simply folding forwards over the pillow. We can let the arms hang, let the head hang, maybe hugging onto the pillow. You can always adjust the pillow, maybe fold it a little bit so that it supports the head a bit more. Again, just finding your comfortable resting position in your forward fold. The feet can maybe fall out to the sides here. You can round in the spine. Nice deep breaths. One more breath. On your next inhale, just gently rolling back up the spine, lifting the head, coming back to sit nice and tall. And then we can just pop our little pillow to the side again. And we'll just bring ourselves down to lying on our backs for a moment. So just casually helping ourselves come down. And then lifting up the side of the hips at a time, just to tuck the arms and the palms underneath. So really tucking the shoulders under, almost like we're laying on top of the arms. The hands are underneath the sit bones. And as we inhale, pressing into the forearms to lift the chest up into our fish pose. And we can stay here with the chin tucked into the chest, especially if we have any neck or shoulder tension today. If we can drop the head back, very slowly exhale, letting the head fall backwards. Reaching that chest up, pressing the elbows into the mat and pointing the toes. Nice deep breaths here, deepest breaths of the day. One more breath. On your next exhale, bringing the chin back to your chest. With control, beautiful. And then just slowly coming back down to lie, we can release the arms from underneath. Maybe just bring the knees into the chest for a quick hug. Give yourself a generous hug. Perhaps a little rock side to side, maybe a rock of the head side to side as well. And then gently rocking ourselves back up, coming to sit. And this time we'll bring ourselves down to lying on our fronts. So just casually coming to find your way down to lying on your belly. And we can make a pillow with the hands, bring the forearms in front. And as we inhale, bend the left knee and bring it out to the side, coming into our half frog. This is where we can grab hold of our blankets or our bolster again, and we could just place that underneath that left thigh, just to make it nice and cozy, comfy for us here. And we can bring the forehead to rest on top of the hands. And we can close the eyes again here if that feels nice. Staying present with your breath. And just relaxing into this nice hip opener. One more breath. On your next inhale, we can gently slide that left leg back down to the mat. We can pop our bolster or pillows, blankets, whatever we're using, if we're using, onto our right side. And then bending that right knee, bringing the bolster underneath that thigh, resting. And bringing the forehead back down to rest on our little pillow on our hands. Relaxing into our half frog. Nice deep breath. One more breath. On your next exhale, gently lengthening that right leg back down to the mat. Oh, we can pop the pillow to one side. Then bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. We can just press into them so we come back up onto the hands and knees. And there we have it, our nice slow yoga flow done for the day. Hopefully that's made you feel a little bit better. We've de-stressed a little bit, released some anxiety and slowed down maybe after a busy day today. However your day has been today, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Please like and save for later to come back time and time again. Maybe leave me a little comment in the comments below and subscribe to my channel for more free yoga content. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you next time. Namaste.